huh? 90% true, folks. I feel really honored too. It took two people to introduce me. I never get that in stand-up comedy. This is really good. Like Natasha said, I normally do stand-up comedy. Tonight's gonna be a little bit different, kind of going out of my comfort zone. Most of my comedian friends would tell you it's very easy for me to walk on stage and not be funny. I would tell you they're no talent hacks, but we're gonna try something different tonight, so bear with me, folks. We live in a world, in a society, that judges us or defies us based on what we own and what we value. I'm 31 years old. I drive a nice car. I live in a nice neighborhood. I have a pretty sweet throwback jersey sports collection. But none of these things define me. My most valuable possession literally has no monetary value whatsoever. And I didn't acquire it as an adult. I acquired it as a small child. Let me explain. Growing up, I spent most of my time going back and forth between my father's house in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and my mother's house in Port Charlotte, Florida. The joys of joint custody, folks. And from time to time, when me and my brother would leave my father's, we would get really upset, as children often do, going from one place and then packing up and going to another. As a small child, you really don't understand that too much. And my father was your stereotype Italian man from Brooklyn. This lady's met him. You know the type, man. Very stereotype. And he always used to carry around a handkerchief with him. Stereotype Italian. And I remember one time I was about 8 years old, and I got really upset that I was leaving my father's. And my father pulled out his handkerchief, and he wiped his tears from my eyes. And he gave it to me. And he told me, if you ever miss me, or if you ever want to think about me, or if you ever want to talk to me, and you can't, take this and hold on to this. And for the next couple years of my life, folks, I took this handkerchief wherever I went. A lot of times I didn't even have pockets. So that was, thank you for laughing along, man. I'm used to making you guys laugh all the time, so like I said, this is different. And I took this wherever I went. And as you get older, through life and through time, you start understanding the world a little bit more. And I realized I probably didn't need to carry this handkerchief with me all the time. And as I got older, it was one of those things that got placed in the sock drawer. You know where it's at, you just don't necessarily see it every day. Fast forward, March 14, 2002. I'm 17 years old. My father passes away. The next night, March 15th, I'm packing for the funeral. At this point in time in my life, I'm not even sure what you pack for a funeral, but I knew you had to wear black, so I'm looking for black socks. And as I'm going to pack, I find an old friend in my sock drawer, a friend that I hadn't seen in quite some time. And I pulled it out, and I remembered its meaning, and why I acquired it, and the value of it. And I realized that maybe there's some things you can carry on as you get older. It's amazing how much of my life I've spent with this thing in my back right pocket. This dirty, old, stained handkerchief. It's gross, seriously, I should wash it. It's really gross. But if I ever miss my dad, if I ever think about him, if I ever just want to talk to him, if I ever have a rough set on stage, you'll see me pull this out, or you'll see me reach in my back right pocket and touch it. I get asked a lot in my life, well, who is Luke Trotta? This is me. This is what I value. This defies me. This is Luke Trotta. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening to my story.